honestly, I couldn't believe some of the behavior that came out of Christine. And I was genuinely questioning, I'm like, is someone capable of being this cold, or is it just sort of played up for the show?
Unfortunately, it's, it's real,
and
it might even be a little softened for the show. So, yeah.
What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters of all time, Sophia
and Sistine. Sophia.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
What is that?
Are you lost, baby girl?
Oh, I'm not lost anymore because that movie last night was heinous. Okay, so if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Sistine and I last night watched 365 Days, the sequel to that.
Let me explain. If you are somewhat of a kinky person, you have seen this movie.
Or heard of it, at least.
They make 50 Shades of Grey look like child's play.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on Netflix, and the first one was so graphic.
It blew up during quarantine.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so they moved it from like some random website to Netflix because it was so popularized on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so we watched it obviously on Netflix, and it was awesome.
Several times.
And then I just realized we showed our cousin it too.
I showed our cousin, I showed our little sister, I showed my best friend.
We showed everyone under the sun. And they liked it because, we give them a preface of what was going to happen.
Well, first of all, it was peak quarantine. No one has seen or touched another human being in months.
Yeah. It was the only form of intimacy.
It was literally like, amongst all the bad happening in the world, we got something good.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Like the diamond in the rough.
A glimmer of hope.
So the second one came out. Of course, Sistine and I, the day it came out, said, we're watching it tonight, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we sit on the couch. We are ready to go.
Is there such thing as too much sex?
Yeah. Can I tell you guys, the first 30 minutes is maybe 4 lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
And just pure, raw, animalistic sex that is probably close to being porn.
No.
I'll be honest.
45 minutes and we're halfway through. Still have no idea what the plot is.
Yeah, there's no plot.
Apparently he has an identical twin.
We just ruined something.
Don't waste your time. It was, like, Sophia and I were watching it, and before we'd be like, oh my God, that is so sexy. Look at that
Well, the
scene.
beginning, we're like, yay, he did that, yay.
But then every time they would do something, we were like, oh God,
stop.
No,
honestly, when it came, they would fight for 2 seconds about something, and then she'd come in lingerie, suddenly from head to toe after 2 minutes, and just be screwing it for literally a sex scene would go on for 6 minutes straight.
It was cornball central.
It was
like
horrible.
My favorite scene.
It was horrible.
My favorite scene was they're sitting at the Christmas dinner table and everyone's exchanging gifts and the kids are there and he's like, where is my present? And then she's like, you'll get it later. Be patient, you know?
She's like, Santa dropped it off
And we were all like, I wonder what it is.
Sex.
Like, cool. Like, we've only seen it 12 times in the past 4 minutes.
And, like, guys, we're big fans of this movie. We hated this.
It's like, we're big fans of sex. So
we hated it. So sorry, you guys, like, whoever made that movie, you guys messed up. I don't know what you did in the crossfire, but, like, I get that people loved the sex in the first one, but there is too much sex. So we've learned today.
And also, he didn't say his iconic line, are you lost, baby girl?
No.
And to be honest, what's his name, Massimo? I was lost. I was. So, moving on.
Baby girl was lost.
This baby girl was very lost. We love to discuss fun topics on this podcast, as you guys know, from everything such as dating, health and wellness, and everything in between. But we are so excited to bring something to the show that will hopefully help you guys save and budget well. Welcome to Unfiltered Finance, brought to you by Money Lion.
As if you haven't heard it before, but guys, Money Lion is a financial app full of innovative products that are designed to help you with your own money life. Download it today in the App Store. It combines motivation, knowledge, products, and offers personalized app experience to help you own your money life every single day.
I don't know about you, Sophia, But I think we can agree that my online shopping addiction could use a bit of budgeting help. And I think you
I
actually
think it used to be you, but now it's me.
So
But yeah,
perhaps we could budget for you.
I think we could both agree upon that. So there's so many things we need to do budget, like rent, utilities, car insurance, gas, food, and don't get me started on all my monthly subscriptions I love. Peacock, reality shows, you gotta get into it. So we also have to remind ourselves to put a percentage into our savings so that we're ready for emergencies and those big purchases later in life.
Or those big purchases right around the corner. You know, I like to live in the moment, but I still want to be prepared for it. You never know when the perfect pair of shoes is going to pop up on your screen. Those pesky ads. There are so many categories to balance and budget for that. There's no wonder we need the extra tools Moneyline provides to help make the budgeting process easier.
I mean, we're kind of going overboard a little bit with how much we're traveling here, so maybe I'm a little worried for you.
How can I forget? Or more like, you won't let me forget, Sophia. What can I say? You know I love a memorable vacation. Luckily, Moneyline helped me to get back on track so I can feel confident about what I'm spending my hard-earned money on and able to live my best life with Moneyline.
Well, for one thing, I'm actually so proud because you've improved a lot since your budgeting problems and overspending
Wow,
on shoes,
thank
on
you.
go, you know. But we
Wow.
love confidence when it comes to money spending, everything that comes along with it. Budgeting is a life skill that can benefit anybody, no matter where we are in life. So it's really important to start learning about it in our 20s. And it definitely makes it easier to build those skills at an earlier age. And I've already benefited so much from what I learned. And I know you guys can too, as well as Sistine.
I agree. I mean, I know I've definitely learned a lot. I know that we both have very strong work ethics and have been able to make our own way in the world, or at least we're trying, which is why it's important that we know how to budget correctly to help be in control of our own money life.
We gotta stop blowing all of our money on Stagecoach outfits.
Okay,
I'll be
I
honest
know.
here.
Not the worst purchase, but I definitely know it's not the best. That's why I've made a section for it in my budget. I'm prepared now, so my addiction doesn't cause my budget to go into a little downward spiral.
Mom, Dad, are you proud of us? Because we're starting to budget. So guys, you can do the same thing. So get control of your money life today and go on the App Store and download Moneyline and make sure your budgeting journey is so much smoother.
Moneyline.
You know what else we've been watching is that Johnny Depp trial. I watch it like it's a reality show on the treadmill. It's fine. I'm not saying that this is not a big deal. It's a big deal, but it's really entertaining to watch. I've never seen something like this in my life.
It is right up there with Real Housewives of New Jersey right now. It is so good. Did you see that everyone started a GoFundMe and it's reached over $100,000 to legally change Amber Heard's name to Amber Turd.
It's so bad. No, but it's such a.
So
I mean,
funny.
like, obviously in all realness, it's really, this whole entire trial is kind of insane. It just shows that, I don't know, just.
I think it's more crazy that we're able to watch every single thing that goes on in this courtroom with such a high-profile couple.
But you know what it is too, and I just realized this because it's on. You can watch it on TikTok, you can watch it on Instagram Live,
Yeah.
Facebook Live. So people can comment now on trials because usually it's you have a court and then you have judges and you have the people that are going to make the decision whether they're guilty or not. But now anybody can literally be in the room and make a comment on a court case and see every single detail and pick up on things. I find that insane. And sometimes I'm watching it, like the psychologist that did a whole evaluation on Amber the other day and was saying that she has borderline personality disorder and all this stuff. It's like parts I'm like, oh, did you see her like smirking at that? Or it's
also
insane.
crazy too because it is such a public trial that the things that she's saying in the courtroom, like for example, that she had a case of makeup with her all of the time to cover up bruising on her face. They were able to fact check that because the company in which she ordered that specific makeup palette from pulled up the receipt and showed that it was actually 2 years after she broke up with Johnny that she bought that. I mean, it's crazy that even now people can fact check her.
Yeah, it's like we're all in the courtroom. We're all deciding whether or not this is a guilty person or not guilty.
I mean, I'm not taking any sides. We are Switzerland here, but it is just so crazy to watch.
Like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, when's the Depp trial on?
Yeah, but you know what's
Crazy
interesting?
person.
That the Kardashians are in the same sort of situation right now with Black China,
Yeah,
Rob's
yeah.
ex.
I did hear. I don't know
But
what's
no
going
one's
on,
paying
though.
attention to that trial at all because this one is so big.
Yeah, but can you live stream that?
I don't know.
That's what I'm confused about. Is this like the only? I don't know. But I think after this I need to stop. I literally, what did I say the other day? I've been watching it and I said meeting adjourned. I was having a meeting with our Malka team and I said, okay guys, meeting adjourned. Casually, like that's a normal thing to say. Maybe we should just start saying it. But other than that, Sistine has a big problem. And actually now it's caused me to have a big problem because of how many
Excuse me?
friggin' videos she sends me every single day. She wants a cat. She wants a cat so bad, and it's popping up now all over my Instagram page, cats. I like cats. I'm not the biggest fan of cats, but this bitch sends me calico cats in every position, drinking water, running around, on their backs, on their stomach.
Are you done running your mouth?
Saying, I want to buy this one. Doesn't pull the trigger. That's the worst part. She sent these, it's been, a week? Doesn't pull the trigger.
I'm sorry. It's a 15-year commitment. I gotta make sure it's the right choice, Sophia. Second of all, it's not a problem. Yes, am I lonely in my apartment? Absolutely. Do I think a furry friend would help me distract from myself? Yeah, I would like that. So I told mom and dad actually the other day, I was like, look, you guys, I don't want to hear it. I don't want your judgment. I don't want your advice. I don't want anything except I just want to let you know I'm buying a cat. And they were like, absolutely not. You can barely take care of yourself. You're not getting a cat. And I said, first of all, rude. Second of all, I can do it. My dad said, get a hamster. Gross.
Gross. Well, we've had hamsters before. It didn't work out.
I thought, okay, maybe I should do a little trial run. So I'm on the Google yesterday, and I filled out an application to foster a kitten.
A kitten?
A kitten.
Why
So
do you say it like that?
I'm fostering a cat, which I'm so excited about. They got back to me this morning.
Wait. Oh,
But
you followed through?
yeah.
So I shit on her for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, asshole. But here's the best part. I go on this website because they said you could foster cats, kittens, dogs, other. What is other, you ask?
Please tell me it's a ferret.
You can foster hamsters.
Why would you foster a hamster?
That's my point. You can foster a small rat or like a little mouse. You can foster a turtle. You can,
Turtles are smelly.
I mean, how funny is that?
That is pretty funny. We should just
I'm gonna
get
get
one
the
of each.
turtle and just let it sit in
Let's just
your
get one of each, put it in your apartment, then you're distracted as a whole.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna foster a kitten. You guys can join for the journey.
What do you want to name him?
Puss.
Ew, Sistine.
Okay, I got
God.
one yes, one no.
Yeah, Gabby wanted to
Puss in Boots.
Gabby wants
Get
to
your
name
head
her
out of the
dog
gutter.
Rat. How dumb is that? No, Rat. She said it
Rat?
multiple times. Rat. Remember at Disneyland? She kept saying she wants, guys, in the
oh,
comments.
Sophia, your voice. Jesus Christ. She's like, Jesus.
I don't know what just happened there. I think it's what demonic for a second, but yeah, she wants to name it Rat.
I'm not naming my cat Rat.
Oh, it's a cat? It's worse. It's like naming it Tom and Jerry.
Well, you are so judgmental
You
today.
said it was a shitty name too.
Rat?
Yes.
It is pretty bad.
Okay, so I'm so excited to move on from cats, rats, and dogs and whatever.
Oh my.
Hamsters. We're going to Stagecoach. Ye freaking haul, baby.
Giddy up. Giddy up. You know what they say. Save a horse.
Ride a cowboy.
I'm so excited. I am so excited. I have to say, my outfits, I put in very minimal effort. Old me would have spent about 2 days planning this. And I am like, you know what? I don't care. I want to go for the good vibes, the good music, and that's about it.
You pulled a Sophia. I pulled a Sistine this time. I actually put effort into my outfits. I never
Yeah.
do. And I always end up overthinking them and then thinking I look ugly. And then I ruin my time there
But
because
see,
I feel
when
like I
I
look ugly.
plan out what I'm going to wear to a T, then I overthink it. And if it doesn't look like how I thought it was going to look in my head, that's when I start to
That's why I
panic.
try it on 2
But-
days before.
But if I know jean shorts and a white tank top looks good on me, that'll do. You
That's
know,
true.
like simple sometimes I think is better than doing the belt with the choker and the earrings and the thing and the boots and the
So what I'm doing,
wiki.
you know what I've been listening to just to change up the topic?
What?
Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at Gabby. Jeez.
No, I was listening to this morning, getting ready, and I think this was subconscious, old Hannah Montana music. I was listening to If We Were a Movie, Hoedown, Throwdown, what was the ending song in Hannah Montana movie? You can change your hair and you can change your clothes. You can change your...
That's the way it goes. You say,
I always find your way back home. Such a good song. I loved it. Oh, God.
Nah, not really for me. I never really liked the Hannah Montana movie.
I remember we used to learn pop it, lock it, poke it.
You were
dot
obsessed with it. You loved the guy, Lucas in it.
Lucas Till. The fact I remember. I don't even know where he is now.
It's just, it wasn't for me.
Really?
I liked Rico.
Who's Rico?
The little kid Rico in it.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot.
Actually, I met him recently.
Do you remember the song, I'm the man who got the cheese?
I'm the man who got the jerky.
You put
it all together and do it really work
at cheese jerky.
Say what? Say what?
Cheese jerky.
All right, you know what?
So I feel like this whole entire intro has been a lot about pop culture, but you know what? We love pop culture. We like getting involved in other people's lives, especially since they like to just openly say it, just like Megan Fox just said on an interview that her and MGK casually just drank each other's blood.
Well, she described it as a ritual. And she was saying that, you know, it's for ritual purposes. They just prick a little bit. But she goes, yeah, Coulson sometimes is literally like rip my chest open and just suck the blood out. And I think that's kind of dangerous.
Well, so at first it totally is dangerous-ish. I mean, I don't want to judge people that are drinking each other's blood.
No, we
like
can
it's
judge.
Vampire Diaries, but
we can judge.
No, she said at first it was a couple drops, and then she says that he likes to do the whole, let me cut my chest open, and she says, apparently, well, we don't need to do that. But then she goes and says, but he's done it quite a few times.
Man, I would love to be a fly on that wall.
I don't think I would.
I mean,
I feel like there's some dark magic going on there. I feel like she can cast a spell or something when that happens.
I think she believes that she can, though.
I actually
think
feel
she
like she
thinks
could.
she has like a higher power, and she's into the very, you know, zodiac, read people's minds, predict things in the future. She's very into all that.
I wish I could be like that. I feel like I don't have any sorcery or sort. If people walk up to Sistine and say that she has some sort of power and that, or some weird empathetic.
The amount of times
empanadas, because we just interviewed someone that has
a weird
empanada.
empanada.
We have Emma Hernan on today, and we talked about empanadas. So she has some weird empanada
There's been
psychic
about
ability.
3 or 4 instances where I've gotten tapped by a stranger on the shoulder, and they say, I don't want to freak you out, but I feel like I need to tell you this. I'm a psychic. I'm a medium. I'm a reader. And they all tell me all this stuff. Like one time, I was with my ex. I know exactly where we were. And she goes, this ain't it. I was like, what do you mean? And she goes,
Yeah, literally.
This isn't right. Something's not right here. Well, she was right.
She was
very
right. She was pretty right. But I just had something click in me. Do you think your powers would be full-fledged and come out if you drank someone's blood to activate them? Maybe we should ask our guest if she can sacrifice.
This poor girl.
I can give you some of my blood.
Your blood nasty.
Hey, what the heck? How do you know my blood's nasty?
I can just tell. Okay, so Sophie and I are obsessed with the show Selling Sunset. I binged it, I think, in a total of 3 days.
Yeah.
When I reached out to the guest that we have on today, I was so shocked and freaking excited that she responded so quickly. So we have Emma Hernan coming on. If you don't know which one she is, look for the bubbly, bright, tall, blonde, who's stunning and a badass businesswoman. That's her. So we have her on today. We're going to talk about starting your own business, you know, friendships in the workplace.
Boys, and then her start on Selling Sunset and everything in between. It's a really good episode. You guys will love her as much as we do, so stay tuned. You guys, today we're so excited to have on this beautiful woman because not only will you recognize her from the widely popular Netflix series Selling Sunset, she's also a business badass. She is a former Sports Illustrated model and, of course, she's a real estate agent, as you know from the show. This is Emma Hernan.
Oh my God, wait, I'm so excited to be here.
Okay.
Seriously, you guys are the cutest things ever.
Wait, I have to say, just to sort of break the ice, I saw you at the last Super Bowl. And you were walking through, I don't even know what the area was. It was like...
Wait, this last one with
yes,
the LA Rams?
we were like in the same box area. And I remember seeing you and you were walking by and you were just so bubbly and happy. And you know how
She
like,
actually did say this to me after she saw
yeah,
it.
and I looked at you and I was like, first of all, she's so stunning. But you know how some people just have an aura about them that is so positive? Like, I got that vibe from you, and I was like, she seems like a really sweet person.
Oh.
So I just have to say, like, I saw you, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh, wait, I love that. I definitely feel like, on the show you get to see a lot of my personality, but I'm way like goofier in person.
Yeah.
And like, I'm the person that like when we were in high school, like mooning people out the car. Like I'm just like wild like
You
that.
moon people out the car.
Yeah, like
Why not?
There's gonna be a headline now. Oh God, no, it's perfect. Yeah, no, but yeah, I love to have fun. Like I'm always like truth or dare. Like I want dare, and I'm like, yeah.
I think it's
love
better
that.
like that. I feel like I can see the goofiness a little bit from the show, but I feel like people resonate that way more than just like if you're perfect 24/7. Like it's fun to see some personality. I mean, that's what's like everyone's getting
Exactly.
followers
But
from now.
I think
your real personality.
the first season that you jumped onto the show, you were very like straight and narrow boss woman. You came in, you conquered, and you were my favorite right off the bat because not only did you have real estate under your belt, you had your own business, and you were. I mean, we'll get into all of that after. But then this recent season, you were definitely more of a personality. You were more yourself, more bubbly. So we saw different versions of you. Do you hope that for possibly the next season, you want to share even more of your personality that people haven't seen?
Yeah, I like when people get to know like the real me. I have probably like the biggest heart out of anyone. Like I'm the type of person like I'm a giver. Like I actually prefer to like give presents and like make other people happy.
Right.
So I would love for people to see more of that and like see more of my goofy side and so because it's fun. Like you see all the little challenges. I don't know if you see them on like social media of like, me and Chriselle doing like that's the stuff that I do with my friends.
Right.
Like, I love to have fun and so I would love for, people to get to know me more. I'm a businesswoman and stuff like that. But I also am like, just happy-go-lucky,
Right,
like
like I'm
funny,
layered,
goofy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to join, like before you joined the show, was this something that you were like initially going, I gotta get on it and I got the opportunity? Like why?
No.
Oh, you were hesitant.
For sure hesitant.
So why?
I think it was one of those things where I'm a super private person. I've been super private my whole life. No one even know what I did for a living.
Right.
Everyone was like, how does she have like a Range Rover? Like stupid things like that. I remember, people saying to me before, like they just assumed I was dating somebody with money. Or I came from, a wealthy family. Like nobody knew and everyone judges, and I just chose to kind of keep it personal to me and everything. So opening up not only like my personal life and everything like that, but also to like dating and things like that. I've just
exposed.
I was engaged and I didn't, post it on social media because it was just something that like
you wanted between this, you
I was
and your
just I've always been a private person. So definitely some hesitation when thinking about jumping onto the show.
Once you join a show like that, it's like opening Pandora's box to your life. It's almost like it gives every person watching the opportunity to
like
rip
nail you
on
on
you,
something.
love you, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, exactly. Love you, hate you, like but your life is judged from that point forward.
We'll get into the pressure of that, but I read somewhere that you were part of the Oppenheim group even before the show started. So how did you know the timing was right?
I've been part of, the group for a while. Jason and Brett were like my big brothers and I was close with a lot of the girls. But, I think that they were looking to, like, bring on, some new cast members and things like that. So, what the producers reached out to me, and it wasn't, like, an easy, no-brainer decision. It was something that I really had to weigh out because I have my other businesses. I have other things going on where can I put the time in? Anything I do, I like to do 100%.
Right.
And not only that, am I ready to open up my life for, like, everybody to,
And you're representing your brand. You're like, okay, if I don't get portrayed well on the show, like, is it going to hurt the other businesses that I worked really hard for?
100%.
Is it better or worse than you thought it would be? Just I guess we'll say the first season you were on. Was it just harder than you thought? Was it more time commitment than you thought, or was it easier?
Definitely more of a time commitment, for sure. Definitely, like, didn't realize the amount of time that was going to go into it.
Yeah.
I think that's why I do want my family to, move closer here because I went from going back and forth all the time and being with my family, a month in Boston, a month here, to now, like, if they're, I can't fly back as much, but definitely more of a time commitment than I ever imagined.
I remember this last season one of your missions was to find your mom a house. And the one that you liked for her kind of just
Wait, the one that I actually put an offer in on, Mary's client got it.
Yes, that's my point. I mean, that's what's so weird with this show. It's like very incestual.
Was that real? Oh, no, that was
like not planned at all.
No, that was real. And the agent wouldn't tell. The agent was like, honestly, I've never had this happen, but I think you need to talk to somebody at your brokerage.
No.
So I didn't know it was Mary at first. And so I'm like, what is going on? The other agent literally said, I have never experienced this before. This has never happened.
And see, that's hard because you want to support your friend Mary in getting this listing, but you also want your mom to have this house.
I honestly have to say that was like the house that got away.
Oh, wait, so you didn't find
No, I haven't found another one. And now the market's insane, so it's not even a good time to buy right now.
It's like the worst time to buy.
It's the worst time to buy, great time to sell. So, I'm kind of like, shit. But I'm happy for Mary.
Right.
And honestly, the family that bought it was like a couple with a little baby and they needed to move and there was a bunch of other details and stuff. So I'm happy. I'm like totally like women support other women.
Yeah, that's
so I was happy, especially Mary. Like I love Mary.
Yeah, are you guys the closest? Or is there like someone that you're the closest with on the show?
I mean, I think I'm close with everyone. Obviously, I think Chriselle and I have an extra little special bond for whatever reason. But I think, Amanda and Mary, they've known each other for 20 years. So everyone is a little bit closer to somebody, but we're all really close. And I have to say, like, it's not cliquey and things like that, which is nice.
That is nice.
This last season, I felt like, honestly, I couldn't believe some of the behavior that came out of Christine. And I was genuinely questioning, I'm like, is someone capable of being this cold, or is it just sort of played up for the show?
Unfortunately, it's it's real and it might even be a little softened for the show. So yeah.
See, that's so fascinating to me because I think a lot of people, we also have a lot of listeners that write in what to do when there's someone in your workplace that is making it a negative environment for you. How have you, even off camera, been able to sort of navigate that?
I mean, for me, I think you kind of see on the show too, and you could kind of look at it two ways. So, when there's someone that comes in that is negative, you know what I mean? I don't engage. I'm not going to be fake and I'm not going to give my energy to anybody that, doesn't deserve it. And so you could look at it and you could be like, oh, wow, she didn't say anything. But it's like, I would rather be true to who I am. I'm a super genuine person. I don't want to be fake. I'm not going to be like, hi, love, how are you? Like, I know what's going on behind closed doors. I know that you're out to get me. So, like, I'm just going to, be professional in the setting and don't give my energy to that.
Because it showed that one of your clients was offered $5,000 from her, and she's coming out and saying that all of the storylines are fake.
Convenient timing.
So
I feel like not everything, because we've done things on camera and it's really hard after a while to like be fake on camera because almost like your most self is on it because you're like trying to stay on camera, like at least put yourself together, but like are emotions higher when these like situations happen because there's a camera in front?
Yeah, I mean, well, not only that, it's like, first of all, they're catching moments on camera that like, you never know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was going to be at the dog party. You know what I mean?
Right.
The producers keep things obviously, secret so that they have those natural moments.
Yeah.
So like, it's hard to say, like, okay, convenient timing to say fake storyline.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
When you do something bad and then now it's a fake storyline.
No, totally.
Just to kind of like clear your name and stuff like that. I just don't agree with that.
Has this experience made your life better or worse since the show came out?
I mean, I jumped in and I'm embracing it and it's a new experience and it's a journey and there's ups and downs, but overall, I'm really glad that I joined the show. I'm really glad.
Right.
I mean, so many people write me all the time that, I've inspired them to go out and start a business, or I inspired them. They were in a rut and they were, in their bed and kind of like going through depression or whatever it was. And watching the show inspired them to go out and, do something.
See,
so
if it just helps one person.
that's what I'm saying.
True.
And I mean, I have to say, like, majority of the response that I get from people is so much love. I get so much.
Well, it's hard to not like you. It really is.
honestly.
I mean, I think that the show portrayed you really well because sometimes it could go either way with editing and all of that TV magic. But I think you are probably the most likable character in
we're not just
on the show.
Thank you.
But going back to how it's affected your life, you got pretty cozy with the most handsome property developer I've ever seen. I didn't even know property developers were built like that.
Right,
Which
exactly.
is amazing. Did your relationship ever continue with him after filming?
So I was actually just listening. We were driving, me and my cousin, here right now, and I was listening to a voice message from him. So we're definitely still, yes.
Wait, you guys send voice notes?
Yeah, the voice notes, yeah.
Okay, we were talking about this a few episodes ago. We're like, is that a red flag or is that a good thing? Do you like voice notes?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Oh, you like them?
I do.
But do yours expire?
Oh, I keep them all.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, that's the difference.
I keep them.
Yeah.
In case I want to replay, especially he has a cute little Southern accent. So
Oh, yeah. No, that's
you know, I
different.
replay that.
That's
Wait
different.
up.
That's different.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet, though. So you guys are still communicating.
We're still communicating. I mean, we're not like officially boyfriend, girlfriend yet or whatever.
Right.
But that's because, too, he obviously is developing the property, but he also is based out of Texas.
Ah.
And like I did the long distance
okay.
thing with my high school sweetheart. So for me,
lot.
it was, he's actually moving here in the next month. So
Oh,
like,
wow. So maybe
season
I'm
6.
that'd be awesome. But
Selling Sunset Productions, like, yes.
they're like, please, anything.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so-
And it's kind of fun because you have this period right now to sort of really get to know him before you jump into everything
Exactly.
so quickly. I mean, I love that.
Does
Yeah.
like public dating though, and like, well, not public eye dating kind of scare you, or are you okay with it? Because you said you're a private person.
Well,
and-
I don't have a choice now.
Well, now you don't have a choice, but how does it feel?
I would not say that there's no hesitation there. It's
Right,
definitely
right.
scary to date because it's like, you know, the media takes things, twists things,
Right.
you know, and also too, you know, they also label if you end a relationship as, oh, it was a failed relationship.
Right.
Well, you know, even, you know, people make,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily
A
a failed
failed
relationship. You
relationship.
learn, you
Yeah.
know,
Right.
like my high school sweetheart, I grew with him. I, you know, became a woman while dating him. I don't regret that. That wasn't a failed relationship. That just got me to where I am today. You know what I mean?
Right,
Even with
exactly.
my last relationship. And I think everyone needs to kind of think about that too and realize just because you don't end in a marriage, it's not a failed relationship.
I mean, that's
Exactly.
it's so different because if you were to put a camera on everyone's life that isn't on TV, you could say that couple failed and you failed at that business
Yeah.
venture. And
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's so easy to do that, but I feel like men must be intimidated by you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
when
that
you go on a
definitely
date with
happens a
them.
lot.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, not only are you stunning, you're own businesswoman. Like you really don't need a man at all.
Oh, I don't. I'm like,
Yeah.
even everyone's like, well, why aren't you in a relationship now? It's like, because I
you're
don't want to
fine.
be.
You're
I'm
like,
fine.
I am the man. Like I
Yeah,
don't need
exactly.
a man. Yeah, but so have you ever experienced that when you're going on a date with someone and they're just like, you're too much woman for me. Like I want to be the man and wear the pants, and I know we wear the pants.
Yeah, I know,
so-
we always wear the pants.
I mean, I definitely wear the pants in all of my
Yeah.
relationships.
It's hard to not be
But-
when you have like a lot going for you and you're like confident and you're like outspoken. And so,
Yeah, and I think people don't like. I am where I am business wise and everything else because I have a confidence about me.
Right.
And it's not cocky by any means. It's just I know my worth. I
Yeah.
know, and I think in relationships, I think it gets tough too as a man. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
other people kind of look like, you know, okay, she's obviously doing a lot
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So that has been an issue in my prior relationships for sure.
is there something that you're like looking for in a guy that would make it like better? Like, what would he have to do to make you go, okay, like he's different?
I mean, for me, it's family's super important. So I think, you know, just a guy that is really invested in family and like,
Yeah.
it honestly doesn't really matter if they're successful, like how successful,
Right.
anything like that. I mean, I am successful on my own, so that's not a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
if they're not, like, I just need the confidence to be there because I want someone to support me and be happy for me.
Right.
Whereas, like, I've been in, you know, relationships where, you know, sometimes my success would threaten them, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
never
what I
good.
mean.
Yeah.
You know,
And finding a confident man, honestly, is harder than you think today, especially if you're a
Is this why
go-getter.
this guy is different? Is he confident?
he's definitely confident.
Okay.
You know, and I think that, you know, there's definitely something to still be explored there
Right.
to see where it goes.
Wait,
but
is that because that was shot in 2019? Have you guys just been talking for like?
no, this was shot. This was shot this past year.
this year.
The only 2019 was that one
yeah,
situation.
no.
I was like, wait a minute. I got my things. I'm like, you guys been talking for that long?
no,
Just
you're like, and nothing's developed.
I'm like, it's been that long just talking
no.
stages? I'm like, what am I doing?
I'm really excited to see this play out. When does the next season start for Selling Sunset?
We don't exactly know when it starts filming, and
Okay.
it's not even like I'm not telling
Right.
you. Like, this is no.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think we're probably would start filming June-ish, but that's a total
exciting.
guess. So
Oh my god. Well, is there something that you would like to showcase more on this season? Maybe your empanada business, or is there something that you're like?
I actually
oh,
just got into Costco. So
Yes. Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
talk about it. So you have a vegan frozen empanada business, and they're so cute, by the way. I've seen them.
Yeah.
They're like
have you
big-
tried them?
No, we
wait.
wanna
I
try them.
have. Okay, I'm getting you that.
Oh
Oh, my
my
god,
God,
I'm gonna ship you a huge big cooler.
I,
so you can
I
try
would love
them.
it. I love an
can't cook, so
empanada.
please.
How did you fall into this?
So I grew up in the food industry. My
Oh, you
grandfather
did?
started a company, Yankee Trader Seafood. It was obviously seafood based. Started it out of his kitchen. You know, it was a really small. My mom and my
That's really
aunt
cool.
they took it over, and so I've been in the industry my entire
Right.
life. And I just knew after coming out to Los Angeles, I knew the plant-based was going to be a big thing.
Right.
So I wanted to start my own company and kind of do something that was, you know, a mix between my family. So I'm still involved with,
Yeah.
you know, because it's so
Yeah.
important to me, and also bringing something a little bit different to the table
Right.
and, you know, first to market. No one's really taken over the vegan frozen
Not at
space.
all.
So I have empanadas. I also have the spring rolls coming out.
Oh, that's
So,
exciting.
I
know-
am a slut for a spring roll. I love that. I'm excited.
And I'll add them into the cooler so you guys can
Oh,
try
perfect.
that.
Oh.
Have you always been very ambitious and driven? even as-
Always.
So how did you know that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
I think from a really young age, you know, I always loved babysitting. I love kids. So, like, I loved
Really?
making money.
Yeah.
Ice cream shop. My parents had to sign the little waiver to say, because I was under 16 or 18, whatever that you had
Yeah,
to, for, like,
yeah.
the working thing.
Yeah.
And I remember them signing it away so that I could work. I loved making money, saving money.
Right.
And I loved math. I was always, like, excelled in
big-
math.
Oh, not me.
Yeah.
You're the kid that every parent dreams about. Like,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if my dad would say that. My dad used to, like, cut up my thongs. And
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
he wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
I would
no.
go crazy.
Stop.
Oh, my dad was. I would actually get sent home a few times from school for my outfits. So
No
yeah.
way. Oh
well,
my God.
so were you a little rebellious, or did you have really just strict parents?
No, my dad was strict and my mom is wild. So like,
So you got the best of both
oh my
worlds.
God, my mom's like the mom from Mean Girls. So like, I
No
would get
way.
dressed up for Christmas time with like stockings up to here, the tiniest little skirt,
I
and my
love
mom
it.
would be taking pictures like, yes,
No,
yes,
I
and
love
my
it.
dad would be like, you are not leaving the house like that.
That is so
like
good.
love
my
this.
oh my God, my mom was like the mom that, you know, I remember I got in trouble once. My dad took my cell phone away for a month. My mom went out the next day, bought me a new cell phone. Don't tell dad. Yeah.
I love
Don't
that.
tell dad. Oh
I
Your
yeah.
love
mom is
that.
epic. Did you learn for your style? Because you have great style. Is that where you got it from? Was her?
Definitely not my mom.
Oh yeah.
My cousin's here, like, no.
And so you probably had the ability to like try everything because of her. You're like, oh wait, my mom like kind of encouraged me to wear whatever I want. And I
Oh
figured
yeah,
it
I
out.
mean,
Yeah.
she was super supportive. Whatever I wanted to wear was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, like when I say she's the mom from Mean Girls, she's the mom from Mean
That
Girls.
is the best.
That's like the opposite for us.
description
I
ever.
And
think
my dad
that
was a firefighter, so like
Oh,
he would
cool.
work
Oh,
every
cool.
4 nights, and it
Yeah.
was like a sleepover. Like, you know, that's
Yeah.
Fun.
so. Oh yeah, don't worry. My mom was letting my boyfriend sleep over at the time. My
I
dad
love
would be
it.
like horrified.
I
But
love
yeah.
it. My dad was like, leave the door open. And we're like, oh, geez, maybe you should just go home. At this
Yeah,
point.
I know.
Just
So we're
kidding.
like, this is way too scary.
I remember last season on the show that you said you started investing in the stock market as a teenager.
Yes.
How
Oh my
did you
gosh.
even know what to do? Because I was freaking learning how to braid my hair, but you're investing in the stock market.
So I told you, like, I loved
Yeah.
babysitting
Yeah.
at a really young age. One of the families that I babysat for, the husband went to Harvard, very, very intelligent, obviously very successful.
Right.
And I remember putting the twins down for a nap, and instead of watching TV, I went and sat in the office. And then I looked down and I saw his Christmas bonus, and there was a lot of zeros.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I need this.
No, you looked at his thing. You're like, there's a lot of zeros
That
there.
is-
That's
Yeah,
how you
I
make
was
money.
like, this is how you make money. You
Yeah.
invest it. And at the time, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? I had just started, you know, I was doing the ice cream
Yeah.
store. I was babysitting. And I also was like doing little modeling things.
Yeah.
So I saved every single penny and then started putting it
How
into. So the
Wow.
first time that I invested, I was looking at what he was investing in, and then I started to read. So like once you start reading about, you know, which stocks that you're
Yeah.
investing in, then other little stock things will come up, and
Right,
then the
right.
healthcare business and stuff like that.
Right.
That was like one of the first ones that did really, really well.
Wow. Like, what would
That's
you say to people
epic.
that are trying to get into stock market and they're trying to learn how to invest? Like, where
I
to
mean,
start?
I think that people think that they have to have like $50,000 to invest. It's like you could put $1,000 in. You know
Into
what I
something,
mean?
yeah.
Just start. Dip
Right.
your toes in the water,
Right.
and then once you start to see it, you know, go up and double
Yeah.
and triple or
like,
whatever
wait.
it is, you're like, oh wow. Then you become more into it.
Yeah.
Then you start reading more, and I think, you know, people just need to really go out there and
Right.
just try it. you
Yeah.
Yeah.
know?
We were told when we started investing to invest in stock for companies that you like personally. So it's like we're on
100%.
Amazon every day. So it's like we're gonna invest in Amazon.
Exactly. And think about if you invested in Amazon 10 years ago
Oh
or
my
5 years ago.
gosh.
Exactly.
Only.
But you're really smart because you like to find even the companies you're an angel investor before they even start up. So why did you ever want to become an angel investor? Because it's risk in that.
There's a lot
of
of risk
risk.
in that.
Explain what an angel investor is to people that don't know what it is.
So basically, you're investing more so in a startup. The simple version is you're investing in a startup. And I think that, being part of a company and watching it grow for me is just something that, you're basically like creating something, and even though you're just investing in it, you're watching it become something. So I remember investing in wheels. I'm sure you've seen the wheels riding around and stuff like that. But I invested in it before there was even a bike.
Wow.
So, it's really, you have to be able to have like somewhat of a creative mind and picture
like
it.
a visionary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I invested in it because a lot of my friends were having accidents on the Lime scooters and the wheels they're a lot safer. So like little things like that, you know what I mean? That's just one of like the many that.
Yeah, what's your favorite that you've invested in so far?
I did invest in a CBD company really early on.
Cool.
And I did it because I think if something can make a difference in somebody's life, and my friend at the time was working with them, and so what happened was someone that he was taking care of. He was taking care of this child that he was about like maybe 8 or 12 or something, but he was having like anywhere from like 20 to 60 seizures a day. And his parents were super successful. They couldn't get the seizures to stop. And the only thing, they had him on like top medicine, the top medical people were examining it.
Right.
This CBD was the only thing that could get them to stop. And I was like, you know what? If this can make a difference in somebody's life and truly make a difference, it's a quality product. And I think that's why, I like to invest in things that make a difference for people.
That's awesome.
I love that.
But I would be so nervous to invest in a startup before you even see a product because the patience you have to have for that.
You have to have a lot of patience.
I have no patience.
Yeah.
So
I actually recently, a couple years ago, invested in a company, Nanotech, which is, I went to UCLA. And
I went to
it's
USC.
Oh, yeah. No, I just for the meeting. I was like, I'm like, oh, God, it's going to be out there. I didn't go to freaking UCLA. No, just for the meeting.
She didn't go to UCLA.
Yes, clear that up. I did not
By
go.
the way,
Holy
you would
shit.
fit in as a college student right now.
Who says that she didn't? Does she have to like fact check? Come
Yes, we have to do fact checks around here. But no, I remember going into the meeting and for that, and it's this battery thing that I do think is going to change the market and be a really big thing. But I remember walking into the meeting, and this is like actually funny because 9 times out of 10, I walk into a meeting and it's all men, and they're looking at me like, who is this girl? And I've actually been laughed out of meetings before.
I was literally going to ask you
Let's
questions
been
about
laughed
that.
out of me. Oh, it's so not okay.
Because I was going to say, you're so beautiful and you're so well-spoken. Literally in person, she's exactly the same as she is on TV.
I love you.
But it's hard when you're a female boss because even with us in our podcast, no one sometimes takes us seriously because of your looks.
You get completely stereotyped for whatever reason.
100%.
So does that happen to you often when you walk into a room?
Like more times than I can even talk
Oh,
about.
geez.
Been laughed out of meetings. Been, everyone's looking around to see am I someone's girlfriend? Am I someone's wife? Why is she the only girl in here? And it's like, why should I? And they expect me to dress a different way because of that. And it's like, no, I'm going to wear what I want and I'm going to be who I am. And I've been told too, you can't dress like that. You can't post in bikinis and be taken serious in the business world. Well,
But
guess
why?
what? I am. And I'm going to continue to do it.
Was there a moment that really affected you and it hurt your feelings that someone like diminished what you've done, like your accomplishments? Or have you always been like, I don't care?
No, there's been, plenty of moments where people have literally looked around and been like, I've heard,
she
like,
lost?
is she with you?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Or no, I've been told, I think you're in the wrong place.
Wow.
So, plenty of moments that like, oh, okay. But I just walk in. It empowers me to walk in.
Right.
And, I'll wait for my time to talk. I'm not going to talk over everyone. But when it's my time to talk, I'll show you why I'm sitting here.
Right.
We have all been there, and I have to say, proving people wrong is like the sweetest
It's
victory.
kind of like, it's the sweetest revenge.
It's
thing.
so
But how do you
good.
approach if you know that you're about to approach a room full of like a ton of men or whatever that you know are going to underestimate you? Do you do something before you're like, I know that this is going to make me like have my head on straight and just anything that you do before?
No, but I think that when I walk into a room now, even more than ever, is I walk in with the utmost confidence and shake their hands so stern. I've actually been told numerous times, like from people's hands that I've shaken, they've gone to like friends that I've known. They're like, they still talk about how strong my
See?
handshake
Good.
is.
Our dad taught us
Because
this too.
It is.
Yep.
It's really
Yeah.
important, you know, and just to establish yourself. And I always am very respectful and
Right.
polite, and I wait for my time to talk. I never jump in before.
Right.
But then, you know, I add a few extra little, you know, points here and there and words that they're like, oh shit, she knows that. How the hell does she
I
know
love
that? You know?
I think when a woman, because there is a stereotype still, unfortunately, that lives today, that you have to be very dainty and like delicate.
Yeah.
But when a woman comes in with a firm handshake,
yes,
that's
it's
badass.
true.
I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
something that like
It
I
sets
think
the tone.
It does. It really does. And they're like,
I love
wow.
it. I mean, I love it. I think that is so relatable to so many women listening, because I feel like, you know, Sophia and I have a very well-known family. And when we walk into the room and we're trying to make ourselves known as an individual, so many times people don't take us seriously. I've walked in and they laugh at me before. They're taking me as a joke just to see if I mess up. And it is something that, like, you know what? You're gonna laugh now, but watch me do better.
Exactly.
It really does motivate you to work harder. So out of everything that you've accomplished in your life so far, what is something you're the most proud of?
You know, obviously I have all these businesses and I've done really well with all that. But at the end of the day, like for me, family is everything.
Yeah.
And they'll continue to be everything. And
Right.
my relationship with my family and the fact that, you know, they'll always come first to me.
I love
you know.
that. I mean, that just shows you that you can have pretty much everything, or people can look at you and say she has everything, like the businesses, probably the guys, anything she wants, the clothes, but at the end of the day, it's your family, and it's like,
yeah.
so
I love
important to
that.
establish that.
100%. They're like my whole world. And I can't wait to have a family myself one
Do you know
day,
how many
know?
kids you want?
Oh my God. I want so many babies. But no.
A village.
I have a village.
Do you have names?
I do. I have a few picked out. Like I have a little list in my phone. Boy, girl
Everyone
names.
has a list on their
I
phone.
do.
Right?
I need it.
Oh my God, I have like a list on my phone of like I have guy, and then it's like all of the guy traits that I want in my future. I think it's really great to manifest
love
what you want.
that.
Do you manifest and do that
I
stuff?
do. Like, I mean,
Oh, I love that.
not like officially, but
No, totally.
you know, like I definitely believe that I manifested my life, to be
Right,
honest with
right,
you.
right.
You know, I think what you put out to the world, you receive back. And I do think if you're a good person, you know, good things happen to you. You know,
I love
I do
that.
things not because I want people to notice, you know what I mean? I'm the type of person where like, you know, I mean, at the grocery store, if the credit card's not working, I'll step in. I don't do it so that I can tell people about it, or, you know, I don't do
Right,
that. Even
right,
my
right.
dad, like my dad's always, and I learned this from him for sure. He's always the one like helping, you know, the elderly person across the road.
Right.
Like, I mean, like he's just, so
And it's free. You know,
Yeah.
being a kind person, it's almost harder to be mean to people.
the easiest thing in the world to do is to be kind. And so
Yeah.
many people forget that that's, you know, the recipe
I
to
love
just
that.
a happy
Being a
place, you
positive
know,
person,
happy
yeah.
world.
Your family sounds awesome.
Yeah,
They're
they
great.
do.
They're wild and great, and I love them.
So are
fun.
ours. We can
You
relate
know,
to
we got
that.
a few nuts in there, but
you know what?
once it comes,
That's what makes it fun.
exactly right.
That makes it fun. So we thought we'd wrap up this episode with a quick rapid fire segment we're calling Advising from Emma.
Ooh.
So we're gonna ask you a few questions and you can just sort of like shoot the answer off.
Okay.
All right.
I'll try and be quick.
Best place in the US to buy a home?
I think either Los Angeles or Miami right now.
See, we were thinking,
love
We were
Miami.
thinking of going to
We
Miami.
almost-
Actually,
Miami.
I'm gonna add Texas to that as well.
Yeah.
Texas is
Yeah.
up and coming. I think it's a great
It
place
is really
to buy.
fun. A lot of
Yep.
our friends like it. How can you elevate an outfit?
Ooh, jewelry. Jewelry and a nice
yeah.
pair of shoes and a bag.
Right.
Yeah, I know shoes really, I
They do
agree with
change.
You
that.
could put the same outfit on and then add different shoes. Like
Yep.
it
No, it
changes the
changes
whole
the whole thing.
dynamic.
Yeah,
and jewelry.
100%.
Yeah.
What is the first step into starting your own business?
I think starting your own business, you really have to know to just put your everything into it, 100% into it, and, you know, start Googling things that have to do with whatever company you want to start, and if there's any competition, because you don't really want to start a company that, you know, there's a company that I wanted to start before, and I Googled and it was out there. So you might have to pivot and create
So
something.
do your
'cause you-
research.
You
Right.
do your
Yeah.
research, for sure.
Right,
I
right.
like that.
How do you deal with toxic people in your life?
I don't engage.
Mhm.
Don't give toxic people your energy. Keep
We
your
block
energy.
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Keep your energy pure. Give it to good people.
Yeah, it's better to keep your circle small and good than large and
100%.
chaotic.
Best breakup tip for moving on?
Ooh, live your best life, stay busy, go on vacation,
Yes.
have some girl nights.
Yes.
You can tell, like when I'm like going through a breakup or like ending
Your
something.
Instagram is
She's out.
popping.
Oh, I am in bikinis. I am out. Oh my
I love
God.
that. So it's like when I'm actually super sad, that's when my Instagram is peaking.
You
Yeah, exactly.
You go to the spray
best.
tan.
You would not
you
know
dye
it-
your
yeah.
hair, and you have a good time.
Exactly.
That's
You would
it.
not know
Buy
it
a new
from my
bikini.
exactly.
And then they're
buy
like,
a bikini.
They're like, why did she get hotter?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I love it.
Post
Better.
a little extra sexy
I think
snaps.
it's good to get broken up with like every 6 months because then you just get hotter every single time.
It's like a little reboot, you know?
So every time, just
Get
break
your
up the
body
extra
Freshen
right.
up. Yeah, exactly.
Every 6 months.
because you get a little like 0.5 hotter.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because you're a model, tips to be confident in front of a camera.
Ooh, I think this is actually a tricky one because, you know, I remember growing up in the modeling industry and I actually hated it. I hated
Why?
it constantly being compared to other people. And I think you just have to know that you are unique. And even if you're not picked for a casting or whatever it may be, you just weren't meant for that. And there,
Yeah.
you know, it's a different path that you're supposed to go on
Yeah.
and things like that.
Totally.
For sure.
I love
Also,
that.
you're just so smart. You can do so many things. Like modeling can be one thing, but like you don't have to only have that, you know?
No, exactly. One of my favorite things is like business more than
Yeah.
anything, you
for
know?
sure.
That's sick. So most important qualities for you when you're finding a man. We know family oriented.
Family oriented, funny. They have to make me laugh.
Funny.
Because I'm like funny and fun and
Yes.
wild that like they
Yes.
have to be able, like it can't be,
Right.
you know, oh God, you
No,
know what I
you-
mean?
What
Like
are two like bad things that you don't want in a guy?
a cheater.
Fair.
Someone that's not loyal or bad at communicating because I'm really good at communicating.
Yeah.
I've been with a few bad communicators and, you know, it's really
It's
difficult.
like speaking in Morse code. I'm like,
Yeah.
What
What
are
is
you
the
talking
conversation?
about?
Yeah, like
right?
let's communicate. Let's talk this through.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I'll sit for hours in bed. Like let's hash things out. Like
Yeah.
I want to figure out why you're behaving this way.
Yeah.
You know, like I need someone that can
That
communicate.
can talk as well.
Intelligence.
Totally.
I think communication and
Oh,
intelligence
yeah.
goes hand in hand.
My
you
mom
know?
always taught us when we're looking for someone to date, make sure they can teach you something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I think learning in a relationship is so important.
It's so important.
It is.
It really is.
The last one is the worst advice you received.
That I can't do both. That I can't post in a bikini. And
Yes!
that I can't be a businesswoman. Because guess what? I'm doing it.
Drop the mic.
Mic
Ladies and
drop.
gentlemen, this has been an incredible interview with Emma. Emma, thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank
coming
you.
on.
Oh my God, thank you guys
That
so
was
much
like
for having
the
me.
most baller way to end an episode
Nice.
ever.
Perfect.
It was sick. So tell everyone where they can find your social media, your empanadas, everything.
Okay, well, my empanadas are now, they're online at QVC. They're in Costco in the Northwest region. They'll eventually be in all the Costcos. They
Love.
start with the Northwest. But online QVC, online on my website. My Instagram is Emma Hernan.
Perfect.
Thank you guys so much for having
you
me.
kidding?
I'm obsessed with you guys.
Are you kidding? I'm sweating. I'm so excited. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of the Unwaxed podcast.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.